Be the right person, sister. Hope that answers the question. Yes, brother. Walaikum assalam.
I just want to know, is it allowed for the woman to lead the
nation, just like in Bangladesh and Pakistan?
The brother asked the question that is a woman allowed to lead a nation like in Bangladesh and Pakistan? This is a very controversial question which people keep on posing. There is no text in the Holy Quran saying that a woman cannot be the head of state. There's no text in the Holy Quran saying directly. But there are certain hadith which speak about that. There are two groups of scholars. One group of scholars say that women cannot be the head of state. The other group of scholars say women can be head of state. I will give you the views. That there is a group of scholars who says that since there's a hadith, which is authentic hadith, which says that that nation which is led by a woman will not prosper. So that group which says that women cannot be head of state, they say that see, this was only referring to that particular time which Persia was ruled by a queen. This hadith refers, those scholars who say that women can be head of state, they say that this hadith refers to only that particular time where Persia was ruled by the queen. It's not till eternity. Those who say no, women cannot be head of state, they say this hadith is till eternity. Difference of opinion. What I want to ask is that let's reason out whether it's logical for a woman to be head of state or not. See, when you have head of state, it's preferable many a times that head of state should lead the salah. But natural, if a woman is asked to lead salah, there are certain postures you have to do, qiyam, ruku, sujood. And if a woman is standing in front of a man will concentrate more on her than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So but natural, woman can't even lead prayers in a mixed congregation. When congregation is only of women, she can lead. Now when you become the head of state, there are you have to solve the problem of common human beings, common subjects. And there is interaction. You have to meet the other head of states. Since today most of the other head of states are men. And if you want to talk about something private in closed room, Islam does not allow that a man and woman can be in a closed room alone. The third person is the devil. So but naturally you can't interact with other head of states. You see, whether it be Pakistan, whether it be Benazir Bhutto or Bangladesh or Turkey, whatever it is, you see they're exposed in the media. They're exposed in the media. There's photography, etc. You see there's intermingling of sexes. How much they try just to come in power. You see the previous life of these presidents. What was it? Was it Islamic? All sorts of nonsense they used to do. But when they come, they wear the scarf and present themselves as true Muslims. If you analyze that there was a survey done in Canada by two scientists, they said that the nature of the female is more of verbal and vocal that's required for motherhood. The nature of a man is spatial. Spatial means thinking about the future, making decisions. So in this, the nature of man is more fit to be the head of state than of that of a female. Now this research was done by two female scientists, non-Muslim, done in Canada. If you analyze that a woman, she may become pregnant. So who will look after the government for those few months? In Islam, a woman has been given a very high status because she's a mother. Now it's difficult for a woman to do the role of a mother and head of state. It's much more easier for a man to do the role of a father and head of state. And nowhere it is that you should be head of state, it's not a father. So if you ask me that a woman has to compromise her motherhood for becoming head of state, it's a very bad bargain. It's very bad. Because the respect and the sawab she gets, the blessing she gets for becoming a mother is far more superior than becoming head of state. Therefore, according to my view, I feel it is not advisable. From my view, I support those scholars who say that women should not be head of state. But that does not mean a woman can't take part in politics. A woman has a right to vote. The Quran says in Surah Mumtahina, chapter number 60, verse number 10, that, O Prophet, verse number 10 and 12, that, O Prophet, when the woman come to ye for the oath of fealty, that means the woman gave us a bayat to our beloved Prophet, not only electing him as a leader, the head of state, also as a spiritual leader. The voting system of Islam is far superior than the modern system of voting. They can take part in vote and they can take part in politics. For example, the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, which a Prophet agreed with. Most of the Sahaba said our Iman went at the lowest. How could the Prophet agree with such an unbiased treaty? all the negative points were for the Muslims. The iman went at the lowest. It was the wife of the beloved Prophet, Muhammad, peace be upon him, Salma, may Allah be pleased with her, who supported the Prophet and guided the Prophet. Supported the Prophet, said what he did was right. So a woman can support, give decisions, and even if you know the incidents of a hadith in which when Hazrat Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, when they were deciding among the Sahabas that they should put an upper limit, they should put an upper limit for mahr. It was a common lady who objected from the back seat and said, when the Holy Quran, it's mentioned in Surah Nisa chapter 4 verse 21, that when you can give a heap of gold, who is Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, to put an upper limit? And Hazrat Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, said, Umar is wrong and the lady is right. That means the woman took an objection to the breach of constitution. Quran is the constitution. So women can take part in politics in such a way, but head of state, I feel it's more preferable that a man is. Hope that answers the question.